Hi, I'm Marika. I'm with MSODance, and I'm going to do a quick little makeup tutorial for you. This is for your combo class to your teen classes. So if you're in a ballet tap jazz combo or any of those, or moving up into just a ballet, anything that's not level but you're older than that Rockettes, this is your makeup tutorial. This is Natalie. Natalie's going to be our little model today. You say hi, Natalie. So she's going to be helping us out. Now, Natalie, I've already put a base coat on, so they are going to need foundation. So just any foundation you find that matches their skin, put that on, and then I do powder it afterwards. You want to keep a powder on so that they're not sweating it off. It kind of just helps set everything. So we used her Neutrogena liquid foundation, and then we just set it with a powder, okay? Any powder would do. It can be any kind of pressed powder or loose powder, doesn't matter. Just make sure you put on a powder. It just kind of helps set everything, okay? Now the other things you're gonna need is you're gonna need eye primer. This is by e.l.f. I love this brand because it's super cheap, but it's really good. So this is like $1 or something at Target. Then you're gonna need your eye makeup. You can do any kind of browns, neutrals is what you're gonna wanna stick to. No purples, please, or anything like that. This is the one I love to use. It's Baked Sands from the Baked collection. Again, you can find these at Target. And it's got 3 colors. It's got this light tan, a bronze, and then like a dark brown. And they all have a little shimmer, so I think it's nice. I use 3 kinds of brushes. Now you can use, you know, little shadow applicators, anything you want, but I love brushes. I think they do a good job. So I have 3 different brushes I use. This one, I have no idea what it's called, but it's nice and round and a little bit flat that you can see, and that's just your basic brush that you're gonna use overall. This is your angle brush, and then your blending brush, and those are the 3 I use all the time for myself, for shows, all of it. And again, those are e.l.f. and they're like $1 a piece, so really cheap, really affordable if you do wanna switch and become a brush user. You're gonna need lipstick, a berry color. You don't want to go red unless it's specifically called for their performance. You want to stick to kind of those mauves, berries. Don't go light pink because that'll be not quite what we're looking for, but excuse me. Okay. You'll also need some blush. Highlight those cheekbones. Black eyeliner. And you can use pencil or liquid, whichever you're more comfortable using. You will need mascara. Now this is Natalie, she uses Almay. And you're gonna wanna get black. And then this is mine, this is, again, e.l.f. I'm obsessed, what can I say? Again, like $1, maybe it's $3, but super cheap when it comes to mascara. So those are your basics. So let's go ahead and get started. So Natalie, if you can close those eyes for me. We're gonna start with her eyes. I'm just gonna put a little bit of the primer. So this is eyelid primer. Just spread it around. This just helps keep shadow on. If you've ever noticed you put shadow on and then like 2 hours later it's like disappeared off your face into the atmosphere. So all a primer does is help set it and keep it there so that when their number comes on recital day, it is still on their face. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this light goldy tan color and use it all over the eye. You're doing such a wonderful job, Natalie, holding beautifully still. So I'm taking it all the way on the lid and then all the way up into the eyebrow with this light color. Okay. After that, I'm going to take my angle brush and go into this little bronze color right here. And I'm going to take it along the outside, covering about half. So from the middle to the outside corner and coming into a taper here at the edge of their eye. And here comes, woo. Now I know it looks really sharp right now, but I'll be blending it in just a minute, and so it'll look a little cleaner and more natural. I'm then gonna take my angle brush into this dark brown color. See that? And I'm gonna just take it right in her crease. I'm gonna take it up here, and then I'm gonna V it in, so it's making a little V shape to emphasize her eye. See that? And don't worry about any fall off powder. All you have to do with that is take like a big brush, and after you finish with the eyes, just kind of brush it off, and then you can always fix it with some more foundation or powder or something like that. So again, just making this little V shape on the outside, kind of following the bronze that you just did. After that, I take my blending brush, and I'm just going to blend and soften those lines all together so it looks a little more natural and not quite so distinctive. Just kind of blend the colors into one another a little bit. There you go.
Close your eyes. Put your chin up, don't lean against the wall. I come forward so I can get a shot of it. There you go. Okay.
Okay. So, all right, so then this is just a big blusher, and then you can take that and then just wipe it away, and that'll get any loose powder that's fallen on their cheeks. Okay. Now, next thing you do, I'm not going to do because I only have my eyeliner, and you never ever want to share your eye makeups, liners, all that stuff, okay? No, it's a big no-no. So, but what you would do is you take the black liner, you're gonna line her lower lid and her upper lid, okay? And just keeps the eye popping on stage, keeps it well defined. After that, you can use an eyelash curler, especially if you're in that teen age. I'm sure Natalie would let me do it as well, but we're not gonna do it tonight. But you can always use this, or you don't have to, depending on how your dancer is, or if you're doing it yourself, however you are. So if you can look down for me, Natalie, keep your eyes open, just look down. We're just gonna go up. Putting on some mascara. Again, you wanna use black, please, because black is the darkest color, and we're just gonna be able to see it off stage. Remembering that this isn't like day makeup. Don't worry about it if you're like, I would never take my daughter out like that. You don't want it to. It needs to be darker because it's gonna be on stage, and you're not gonna be able to see it the same way you do in person. So you want it to be darker than you think. Okay, so there's Natalie's beautiful eyes. Now you can do the bottom eyelashes if you want. I do on mine, but it's kind of personal preference. We're next going to do the lips. Now, you want to do a berry color lips, okay? Don't do the pinks or reds unless it is specifically requested by your instructor. Overall, you want to do just a berry lip. And if you can open your mouth for me just a little. Just put it on. Sometimes it helps to get a liner in the same color, and you can line the lips and then put it in, and if you line it, sometimes it'll help keep the color on as well as they're talking and chatting and drinking water backstage, trying to stay hydrated and all that good stuff. All right, if you can blot for me. Perfect. She's looking lovely. Now the last thing you want to do is blush them, okay? And we're going to use, I'm actually going to combine these two colors because this one to me is a little too light and this one's a little too dark. So I'm going to just kind of mix them a little. And you just want to stick to something that is going to feel kind of natural. I tend to go up. If you have a different style, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you there's a wrong way to blush. But you do want to keep it somewhat natural looking, but remember again, this is going to be on stage, so it is going to need to be darker than if you were putting on your own makeup for something.